Welcome to the Geeking Poetic Podcast channel.
On this channel, we have shows and segments that contain adult humor,
bad language, dirty jokes,
and other stuff that is strictly for mature audiences only.
So if you're too young or too sensitive for this kind of material, then please do not watch our channel or our videos.
This channel is not for you.
Thanks much.
And now, on with the show! About to fall over. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
I'm doing okay. How about
Yeah,
you?
I had to think about that for a second, huh?
It's been a rough day. Not gonna lie.
Oh, it sure as heck has. How you doing, Vito?
I'm all right.
Welcome to the Geeking Squad podcast. We are, believe it or not, we finally made it up into the 20s.
Ooh, we're almost legal drinking age,
Yep.
guys.
Yeah, almost ready to crack open a good Schlitz malt liquor. Yeah, this is episode 20 of the Geeking Squad podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Larry Roberts. Over there, cracking me a hams, wiping away the foam so we can fucking slam cans, toast, cheers, chug a beer, chug a lug. Is none other than
Vito.
And then the one over here with just sitting kind of quietly with her wine cooler, just surveying.
Judging everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is none other than
Megan Guess.
And what we are here to do is talk about all sorts of pop culture, geeky news stuff. Everything that we talk about on the show are items that either we or some of you out there shared in the Geeking Squad forum on Facebook. It's free and open to join. Just don't be a douche, and you are welcome in there. And we talk about, new movies, TV shows, retro stuff, modern stuff, but anything that's like geeky, science, dinosaurs, all that kind of stuff, mummies, ghosts,
Goblins.
So we talk about all that kind of stuff. We pick out the things that we think are the most interesting, and we talk about it on here.
And I just want to say a big fat welcome to all our newest members. We just got a whole slew of them. So
Did we?
Welcome, everybody.
Nice.
We sure did.
Good. Yeah, we've had new members. We've had new subscribers on YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting real close.
Racking them up.
Yeah, we're getting real close to a goal. So if any of you out there know anybody that you can bully into subscribing to us so that we can meet that goal soon, we'd be much obliged. Exactly. But I don't know if I don't even want to talk about it. Normally I'm like, so how's everybody's week going and everything? I
don't want to talk about it.
No, it's been
It's that bad.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day just kicked my ass.
It sure did.
Yeah, people are exhausting. So, I think I'm just going to move on. Let's just move on. Yeah, let's just move right along. And we're going to get into one of my favorite segments. I love when Megan busts out the eggs and Vito gets the best, spatula and a nice skillet heated up because it's time to fry up some of that good old side of pork. In a segment that we like to call
What's Shakin Bacon?
the intro that never gets old.
Never.
Yes, Shakin Bacon segment. We like to talk about just different little tidbits that's going on in pop culture. First up, something that I saw a lot of people were pretty excited about. I could kind of go either way on this, is that Netflix and Tim Burton have teamed up to do a series. I'm assuming it's a series, not just a movie. I believe it's supposed to be a series, right? I think it is, but it's supposed to be, all the information is still a little nebulous at this point, but they're going to do something about Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family.
Interesting.
Do you guys like the Addams Family movies?
They're okay.
Yeah, I think I liked them when I saw them once.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen them a whole lot either.
I like the show though when I was a kid.
Oh, I love the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
the show was fucking great, man. John Astin and stuff. Yeah. Sean Astin's dad. Did you know that?
Really?
Gomez, from the old series. That's Sean Astin's dad. Yeah, yeah, he's a Goonie dad. His dad, one of the Goonies. But yeah, I liked the movies quite a bit. I'm surprised you've only seen that once because my God, they still now show that on cable constantly. You turn on any one of those TBS USA type channels and everything. It's just always on, especially as it gets closer to
Halloween.
Yeah, because it's more like safe kind of kiddie fare and
Yeah.
everything. Christopher Lloyd's amazing in those movies as fucking Fester, yeah. But anyway, so I guess that what they're talking about with this is that it's supposed to be like a coming of age. Okay, it is a series. Yeah, I have it down here. A coming of age series about her where she's like a student at an academy and she starts like developing like supernatural powers and stuff. And I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
just thought they were normal weird people.
No, I mean,
have powers.
well, I guess they kind of did, but they never really. Yeah, because I mean, they could like survive being electrocuted and set on fire and all sorts of things.
I thought they were bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think
It's like the Three Stooges. They're just people, but they survive everything.
yeah, like horror stooges. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but no, I think that they were supposed to be some sort of. I think the main one that you just never really could figure out was Gomez, because it's like if Morticia was like a vampire, you know. Lurch was supposed to be like a Frankenstein kind of guy. Fester, I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to be, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Addams Family was ever supposed to be one of those shows where you were supposed to really delve real deep into the mythology of it. But the thing about Wednesday Addams in particular is, I mean, she was probably, along with Christopher Lloyd, Christina Ricci being Wednesday Addams was like one of the best things, the standout thing of those movies in the 90s. So I'm like, okay, who are they going to get? Like they got to do it right.
Yeah.
And
just the right actress.
I'm trying to think of like who I could think of off the top of my head that would be like really good for that. It's tough, right? Yeah, everybody's like thinking.
Yeah, the best, and I don't even like this one, but the best person I could think of is Vanya.
Oh, yeah. Well, she won't. You're talking about.
But she's not, she's not.
Yeah, no.
She's not she anymore.
Yeah, he's not going to go for that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be playing
Yes.
Wednesday Addams. Yeah, no, I don't. Ellen Page.
That's it,
about.
yes.
Yeah, I don't think Ellen Page would go that route. Yeah, I can't see. And my problem is I'm not like boned up on. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say on young actresses.
And we did right.
Yeah. But I'm not real familiar with a lot of the young actresses and stuff that are out there today that could be like a good candidate.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You know, I was thinking if there was like anybody from Stranger Things or something, but not
Yeah,
really.
not really.
You know, because, I mean, Millie Bobby Brown is already Enola Holmes, and I prefer her.
As she's
that.
an amazing Nola Holmes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Well, anyway, so yeah, that's been greenlit, and we'll see. I don't know. If anybody out there has any more news on this than I've got, I'd be really curious to know. I think a lot of it for me is going to bank on who they cast in this thing. Like, I think everybody's just all excited because it's like, oh, it's Tim Burton, and Tim Burton doing Addams Family, and I'm like, yeah, but I've seen Tim Burton fuck some shit up too. You know, like, I mean, Dark Shadows wasn't exactly like his best foot forward, you know?
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I know you like it. I'm not saying it's bad.
It's not the best of them all, but I don't despise it.
But you've also never seen the TV show, right?
No, I haven't.
That it was based on. And that's kind of more my point, is
Okay.
like what he did with it compared to the TV show.
I see. Okay.
So just because old Addams Family TV show is great, I'm not automatically going, oh, well, Tim Burton's going to make it amazing. It's like, no, he has the capacity to fuck it up.
Okay.
So we'll see. Speaking of other characters that they've revitalized and they brought back, I haven't watched this yet. Have you guys seen or heard much about the fact that they brought back Punky Brewster?
I heard that. I think I watched the trailer.
Oh, you did watch the
I
trailer?
did.
Okay.
It seems a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, at least in this case, they got Salim Moonfry
Yeah.
to do it again. You know, because there can be only one Punky Brewster.
Absolutely.
I don't think people would settle for another Punky Brewster. Did you watch that when you were a kid?
No.
No, of course he didn't.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were a Punky kid, huh?
Yes, I was.
Punky. Fucking who was it that she lived with?
Yeah, who was that guy?
She lived with an old guy.
Uh-huh.
Is he like George or something like that? I can't remember now.
I don't either. It's been so long. I barely remember. I just remember it being really quirky and she dressed so funky.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that being on TV at the time. Maybe I was just a bit too young for it or something. I just didn't watch it. But
probably. Yeah, because I think that would have came out, I don't know, what was that, around 85? Something like that.
Sure.
Like mid 80s, something like that. So you could have been old enough
Just
to be
old enough.
to where, but you would have been too young. You wouldn't have cared about that. You're like, I don't need to watch no program with some sassy little chick on there. You know, and you wouldn't have cared about nothing else by that point. That's for sure. You know, Soleil Moonfry is a good looking lady, man. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Oh, okay. Henry. That's his name. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
She's still living in the same apartment. So it's going to be, do they do like the same set and everything? Because she's supposed to be in the same Chicago apartment where Punky Brewster took place. But she lives there now as a divorced mother raising 3 children. Jesus Christ. Look at Vito's face. It's like, why?
yeah, just make it an original show, man. It doesn't even sound like it'd be appealing to watch.
Yeah. That's like what threw me off. I was like, oh, really? I don't know about this.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is that she ends up finding comes across a kid named Izzy, you know, like Punky and Izzy. And Izzy reminds her of herself when she was like a young orphan, basically, because Izzy's been abandoned just like Punky has. So now Punky is the new Henry. Can you follow?
Oh, okay.
So she's got 3 kids already. And now she's taking on
we
this
don't care
Izzy
about
guy.
those.
Well, she's got a teenage daughter, and then she's got 2 adopted sons. And now she's got Izzy to take care of. So Punky's got some issues, man.
Yeah, she got her hands full there. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably still check it out because I loved it, but
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
I want to see it, but I just didn't know if any of you guys had seen it. I mean, it's got like some cool like cast members and stuff. Freddie Prinze Jr. is in
Oh,
it.
really?
You know, who we know obviously.
Oh, doesn't he play her ex? Aren't
Oh.
they like still besties?
Something like that,
Yeah.
yeah. Seth Green's on there.
Oh, okay.
Even like some WWE people have appeared on there and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I put this out to people out there. You know, a lot of times we're recommending stuff to you, but I'm kind of doing the opposite.
Yeah.
If any of you out there listen, if you've watched this Punky Brewster show, this new one, like let us know in the comments
Yeah, is it worth it?
if it's any good, because I'm not going to delve into it because I know it's already basically out and everything. I think it just came out.
Okay.
But I'm not going to bother looking into it if people are like, yeah, no, it's
Don't waste your time.
it's garbage, because I don't want to ruin my Punky memories, man. So I liked Punky Brewster, man. I loved all that early to mid 80s NBC show stuff, man. Like I was all about that.
We know you don't like CBS, that's for sure.
Fuck CBS, man. Fucking crusty old people station. Oh, like CBS was kind of cool.
Missed out.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Trust me, 'cause I saw it. Oh, it's not that I didn't watch it. I was forced to watch it because I was always being babysat by older, relatives, aunts and grandmothers and grandfathers who just loved CBS. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I could do without it. But like NBC was more like geared towards younger people, because NBC had, it had Punky Brewster, and it had Different Strokes, and it had Facts of Life, and It's Your Move with Jason Bateman, and like all these like cool shows like that. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that was like good sassy 80s stuff. I dug that. And then ABC had good stuff like Who's the Boss, Growing Pains, Moonlighting, like all that. So then when I got up into like my teens or tweens and everything, like I could relate to that. All CBS had was fucking old people. Old people,
You're so judgmental.
I am. Especially when I was 14 years old. I didn't want to watch fucking Matlock.
I think you were just scarred. These are great shows.
Oh.
You just got scarred. That's all.
Oh, well, recently, speaking of that kind of thing, recently I sat down and I actually watched, for the first time in 30 years, I watched a couple of episodes of MacGyver.
Nice.
It was fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna say it wasn't entertaining for what it was, but it was so ridiculous. And some of the acting and the writing was so hackneyed. I'm like, oh my God, it was so different back then.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a fucking hot show, man.
Oh my God, it was an amazing show. I loved him.
And there's still aspects. He's great. I think he's great. Like he was even on there with Richard Dean Anderson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went on to star in Stargate SG-1.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I dig him. Like he's cool. He was great on there. He was funny and just his wit, and I love the goofy things that he rigs up and stuff. But just so much of the story writing and everything, I was just like, what? This is ridiculous. This doesn't make sense. Like they're just so flimsy. And that's kind of how I felt about a lot of those CBS shows, man. You compare the writing on like Moonlighting to the writing on fucking Murder, She Wrote.
Hey, easy.
I'm not gonna
Easy
take
now. I'm going to toss this mouse over at
I was
you.
gonna say you're gonna murder me. I'm gonna be another episode.
Yeah, I want to murder, She Wrote.
You're gonna call in Angela Lansbury to try to figure it out. And you'll be like, there ain't no mystery. I clocked that motherfucker. He's putting you down. Anyway, but yeah, so let us know if it's any good, if it's worth checking out, and then maybe I'll watch it and I'll talk about it later. Moving on to some more nerdy, appropriately kind of nerdy stuff, because we're big nerds, if you haven't figured that out. Vito, there was something I'm kind of interested to know more about.
Yeah, so apparently there was some UFO lights over Las Vegas earlier this month.
Okay.
So I dug into it a little bit,
Yeah.
and I found out that you're never going to believe this, guys.
It's a weather balloon.
Nope.
It's test runs of jets or something.
Nope.
What is it?
They don't know. But I think I
Wow.
Oh,
you think
Vito
you
figured
know.
it out?
Because in September of 2019, the same phenomenon happened in Vegas,
Okay.
and the mystery has been solved.
And
So in September of 2019, the U.S. Navy parachute team called the Leapfrogs
oh boy.
did a little jump with flares attached to them to do like a flyby for a fucking soccer game.
Okay.
And if you look at the video that this woman, Melanie Smith, took, the lights look exactly the same as the Navy parachute video.
Okay.
Interesting.
And on March 1st,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of military holidays.
Okay.
So I think they jumped to do some kind of celebration show.
Okay. But then my question is,
Why not say it?
why not just say that? Why would they sit there and go, oh, we don't know. We have no explanation for what that is. Why wouldn't they just, I mean, like, were they...
Have it out. Just
Were-
use it.
I don't know.
Were they just... did they play did they pay the fucking leapfrog guys like under the table or something? And they're like...
Go whack them all.
Right. It's like, yeah, they're right. Exactly. It's like, well, why don't we just tell them it's the leapfrog guys, sir? And it's like, do you realize we pay those guys under the table, right? Like, we're paying them in cash and hookers or something. We paid them in cash and hookers to do that for Johnson's birthday that day and everything. We can't tell them that we did that. That was like, we're breaking the law. And it's like, okay, so what do we go with? Unidentified flying objects. when the military would rather say it's unidentified flying objects than just cop to a bunch of fucking leapfrog guys with flares on their belts. There's something else to this story, guys, because that doesn't make sense. But that sounds logical. That sounds like you kind of figured it out.
Or
but-
another theory is there's a military base right there, and they were doing testing of aircraft, and those were like the jet engines of aircraft.
But again,
Conventional aircraft.
right, but again, they've always said that in the past. They've said, "Oh, well, there was testing going on. There's a base there." Why would they not say that this time? Are they just trying to like? Is this just like having fucking Evan Peters on WandaVision, and it's like they're just trying to like psych you out? Yeah, exactly. It's like, we honestly don't know. We have no idea, folks, what those lights were and everything. And then we're going to find out down the line. They're going to be like, dude, it was just a bunch of guys with flares. We had you going. Motherfuckers. Next thing, I thought maybe they were going to say it's like, or it could be people jumping out of a plane with flares that went through a time rift. And that's why they just can't be found. That's why we don't have any evidence of it. So.
All right. Couple things for me to add here.
Okay.
I have relatives that live in Vegas, and for the past 2 months or whatever, she keeps posting. She keeps seeing weird lights in the sky, weird
okay.
objects in the sky, and she's never posted anything like this before. She's not some crack or anything like that.
Right.
And then it led to this. I'm like, that's weird.
Maybe she's in on it, Megan.
Maybe she is. And what's
They got
what's
to her. Now
weirder?
they're paying her under the table to
Exactly.
falsify these
It
news
may
reports.
be because what's weird is I know she posted this because I kept seeing it. I was like, oh God, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. She kept doing it. And then she got video. I was like, oh, that is weird. What is that? I went back to look at it after we saw that. It's not there.
Oh, really?
It's all gone.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
What happened to it? And so the plot thickens.
Yeah.
And then I also wonder, because we have this whole Space Force team,
Right.
the base right there, what if they were there investigating aliens?
Could be.
Area 51. I mean, it's all right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the deal with these, what are they called? Leapfrog guys?
Yeah.
Leapfrog. Maybe the thing with these leapfrog guys is they're actually aliens.
What if they're the underground people that you always talk about,
Yes.
the lizard people?
Yeah.
Or they're just aliens that needed a fucking job. They needed something to do.
Or they're from the Dulce, New Mexico base.
okay.
That could be a possibility too, because those are some alien human hybrids that they were genetically experimenting on underground. Maybe they got loose, then it's not too far from Vegas.
Yep.
Could be.
Tons of possibilities.
What a world we live in, guys.
Oh,
And
man.
all of this true stuff is going on at the same time. I just can't believe it.
Well,
Right?
you know, we're like, here's the thing in all seriousness. Nowadays, everybody believes every crackpot theory and conspiracy thing out there. But, you know, the funny thing about it that I always think with all this stuff going on is I'm like, well, there's all these people focusing on that. There's probably some legit
Oh, yeah.
shit that's going on that's just sort of either being ignored or because it's mixed in with all the crackpot stuff, it just kind of gets blown off or whatever. But it's like, meanwhile, we're like busy with all this, and then we might
They come in behind us.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
and then we're gonna like find out that somewhere there in like the desert of Nevada, there's actually like a small town of just like 300 aliens living in a small town. You know, that look humanoid or something like that, or maybe they can make themselves look humanoid. And you know,
They're already among us, Larry.
yeah, you believe that?
David Icke sure does.
I don't know.
Some days I do.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I think the crowd that I played for last night might qualify. Some of them might qualify for that. But,
Oh, gosh.
oh, man. Anyway, all right. Well, speaking of desert and things like that, so, okay. Meg, what is this about? Because this is your thing.
This is an amazing rock.
Great.
It's the coolest rock. I got a rock, yeah. Coolest rock ever. Some geologists found this plain brown rock shaped like an egg.
Wow.
Right? Right. It's really interesting.
No, I'm
Okay.
being facetious.
Oh, okay. So, but then he cracked it open, and inside of it was a perfect replica of the Cookie fucking Monster. The eyes, if you look at it, it's got the eyes in it and the mouth.
Yeah.
It's blue like him.
I looked at it.
It's amazing. It's so cute. But I guess like these rocks tend to favor things. So, like there's an owl and stuff like that. But this is like a perfect Cookie Monster. And people are collecting these things. And you know how much he was offered for this thing?
How much?
$10,000 for a rock he found.
Because people are fucking dumb.
People collect weird shit.
I mean, come on, man. Why the fuck what are you doing? I mean, I know we've been in this pandemic for a while now and everything, but
Here, tell me you want to take a Cookie Monster rock and go around, go num, 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 num with it. Chasing people around?
I didn't say I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I just wouldn't pay $10,000
To do
that.
it? Okay.
What if it's a shape-shifting alien rock and it takes on the form of the first image that comes to your mind that it can read?
So it's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man
exactly.
of rocks.
Yeah. So it doesn't want to be found. It doesn't want you to know what its natural form looks like. So it takes on the form of your first thought.
Could be.
Could be.
You know?
That's our alien right there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of boring anyway because I find rocks really interesting in general. Like when I was a kid, man, I was just infatuated with rocks. My childhood buddy who I've talked about plenty of times, and he listens to us, David, he had a rock garden next to his house. And man, like we'd spend a whole fucking weekend out there in that fucking rock garden, just digging around for rocks with our GI Joes and all that stuff, and cleaning off rocks and all. And like, look at this one, man. It's like blue and purple, and like, and we thought that shit was amazing. And I still now, man. I still now, if I go somewhere, even if I go to like the museum and they've just got like in the gift shop and they've got like shit.
Oh yeah, I love those stupid things.
Exactly.
They charge like $80 for.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I
Get all the geodes just so I can crack them open. Fuck yeah.
right. I'm like, man, I want that rock. You know.
I'm with you.
So I don't
Really?
I don't blame people for being infatuated with rocks, but I just the Cookie Monster face thing. It's like, oh come on. It's like we keep having this. It seems like every few years there's a new one of these like apparitions or whatever you want to call it that comes up. It's like, you know, a woman down in Mexico opened up a bag of Doritos and and found the face of the Virgin Mary on the face of a Dorito, and it's like, you know, she's been offered $25,000 for it, and it's like, oh dude, come on, man. Sometimes shit like that it just happens, you know. It's all how you look at it.
You're just jealous you haven't found something you can sell off for thousands of dollars.
Oh, I actually have thousands of dollars worth of stuff I could sell. I just don't want to sell it. But none of them have anything to do with Cookie Monster. I do have a Spanish-speaking Ernie doll. If anybody's interested. I have an Ernie doll from the 90s that, you know, when you...
Ernesto, is that what his name is?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, Sesame Street Ernie. And you squeeze his one hand, you know, and you squeeze his hand and he says, you know, te quiero, you know. Por favor, you know, he says, he does the laugh and everything.
But in Spanish.
How do you laugh in Spanish? CCC. Oh, God.
En français.
Yeah. Oh, God. And we're banned. But no, seriously.
There goes our subscriber count.
Yeah, exactly. But seriously. And yeah, so if anybody wants to pay me $10,000 for that, they can have it. Something tells me they won't.
They probably won't.
Speaking of monsters, you're talking about Cookie Monsters. I know there was something that you were really excited about.
Yeah, there's talks a new monster movie's coming out.
What kind of
Not Monster, but the like Monsters Inc. monsters.
Oh, it's a Disney
The
thing.
Disney thing, yeah. So I think it's going to call Monsters at Work.
Okay.
And like they just got Mindy Kaling.
Yeah,
her
Mindy
name?
Kaling. Yeah,
nice.
okay.
To sign on for it. So she's the newest person.
She'll be good for that.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I don't think I've ever seen her.
Mindy, she's from The Office.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Oh, okay.
She's got another big show that she
The
wrote.
Mindy Show. Yeah, she had her own show. She's been on a bunch of stuff. Yeah, she's really funny. She's got that really particular kind of quirky humor that you would find on a show like The Office. So
Okay.
I think she'll be
She'll
good
fit
for
in good?
that. Yeah, she's good for that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it kind of follows this young guy. He just graduated from Monsters University, and he's all eager to get to Monsters Inc. and scare the crap out of people.
Okay.
And then he gets there and he finds out, well, they're not scaring people anymore.
Right, because now it's all laugh.
It's all laughter.
Right.
So he's like, well, fuck, now what do I do?
I took the wrong
I
move.
spent all this time learning how to scare at Monsters University, and it's not even what you do anymore. So they got the whole quest about going and, you know, meeting up with all these other people and changing.
So it kind of sounds like me going into the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
we
like-
don't do that anymore, Larry.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it was for me going into the 90s, folks. I turned 18 in the early 90s, and I spent pretty much most of my growing up like learning to play guitar, growing my hair out, getting like the perfect tight ripped jeans, getting like, you know, I'm going to be like, man, you know, I turned like 18 years old, 19, you know, if I have to, I'm going to go to Hollywood. I'm going to go to the Sunset Strip. I'm going to, you know, be in the next big Dokken or Rat type band or something like that or everything. And then I literally when I got to that age and I could do that, all of a sudden it was like, hey, did you hear about this new thing called grunge where it's like everybody's cutting their hair and they're dressed down and you don't have to actually play guitar very well or, you know, and you know, rock is basically dead, bro. It's like
Great.
yeah, exactly. It was like, oh,
Now what?
yeah, okay, now what I do. So needless to say, the 90s were a floundering time for Larry.
Aw.
It was pretty bad. It didn't pick up till the very end of the decade. I love the Monsters movies.
Yes.
Have you ever seen those, Vito?
No.
Oh, dude. I know. Well, you're not real big on animated stuff, but
not really.
They're
these,
so good.
These are really good. They're really funny. They're not really. It's most well, like a lot of stuff, but they're not really that kiddie to me. so much of the gags and the things that are great about it. It's like you have to be older. You're not going to get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really good.
I always love in the university one where they're tiptoeing, being real quiet in the library, and Sully's back there. Oh my God, would you just go? Like I feel like that in a grocery store quite a lot.
That's how we were driving here tonight.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, and then one last little tidbit because oh God, this is speaking of right up your alley.
Yes.
So what is it that this Taco Bell news?
Well, they got a couple things that came out.
Okay.
So one of them is they're taking their own twist on a chicken sandwich.
Oh, because we're in the midst still of the whole chicken sandwich wars, right?
Apparently.
How and when did this happen?
I don't even know. I missed it.
Because it started, didn't it, with the whole Popeyes thing?
I think so.
It was
Which I've never had.
Well, I've never had it either. No. But I mean, there was that whole thing where people were like getting shot like in drive-thrus, like trying to get this fucking chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I heard it's the most amazing chicken sandwich.
And see, now I've never had it, so I can't judge it one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I have talked to some people who have tried it, and they said it's good. Like, it's not like, holy fuck, you've never tasted anything like this. Like, this chicken will, just
Change your life.
Yeah, exactly. It'll make you grow like a third testicle. It's so fucking amazing or something. Vito's looking at me like, why would that be amazing?
Another one to get in the way.
Yeah, it's like 2 is enough to like. Make sure you don't sit down.
Oh my God, you guys missed that hand signal.
Vito's trying to make sense of this whole thing. All right.
God.
Okay, I'm sorry I used that
Especially
example.
those summer months, man. That's
You're gonna need more baby powder.
yeah. Definitely got to get a Costco membership for that.
Oh man. Yeah, it looks like I'm going up a size in my underwear. Jesus.
You need an extra pouch in there now.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Can you imagine that if like humans got to the point where they evolved a third testicle and you had to create underwear that had an extra pouch to fit
What
that guy
do you do
in
with
there?
the seams in the pants? What happens?
Oh yeah, because it
You have
goes
to
right
choose
up
the
there.
side.
Dude, fashion would be turned on its head. They'd have to redo everything. Menswear and all that.
They'd be like, well, looks like we're living in Jenko jeans for the rest of our lives.
Be like the babies where it has the little snap.
Yeah.
Just to let that extra ball hang out.
Yeah. We need a little extra room.
Could you imagine if people did that? Could you imagine if people walked around, like if we had, like all of a sudden there was a mutation and you had this like third extra kind of big ball there and there really was no way to like comfortably have it, so that like the new style was that you had like just like a little cut in your pants that this ball could just hang free. You imagine picturing people walking around with that, like just one free hanging ball. Some assholes be like, you get some little asshole kids be running around just walking up to people like flicking it, going, and like,
man.
ow, ow, my ball, like.
I just started picturing that South Park episode where their balls are swelled up and they're bouncing on them like bouncy balls.
Oh my God.
Because they all got cancer. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yes. Oh Jesus. Oh God, that hurts to even think about it. Oh my God. Move along.
All
Move
right,
along.
how did we get so far off of chicken?
Yeah, I don't even know how we got on this balls talk here.
I don't even know. But anyway, they've
it's
got
like,
this
it's
chicken
basically
sandwich.
like a pita
Okay.
and like this jalapeno sauce, and there's extra jalapenos, and just a piece of chicken stuck in there, and that's it.
Jeez.
I mean, cool, but why? I don't know. I just don't
Why?
understand why everybody's making such a big deal out of this stuff.
Yeah, why? What's
I
wrong
don't
with the chicken they already had?
Who-
Why do we need a big slab of chicken in there?
I don't know. Well, think about it. We live in a world now where people can order sandwiches where the quote unquote bun is 2 pieces of fucking fried chicken.
Right?
You know what I'm
Yes,
talking
that's
about?
true.
When they
Yeah.
have those, it's like
Yeah.
was it KFC or one of them was doing
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where you could get some sort of like thing in the middle, and then instead of having a bun, it was just 2 breaded pieces of chicken. It's like, you fucking slobs. My God, that's making my gallbladder hurt just thinking about that.
Yeah, my cholesterol's gone up just.
Right, just
Jesus.
looking at a picture of it makes your cholesterol like go through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other thing they?
So the other thing, what was it, like cheesy tater tots?
Oh, I don't know anybody that likes cheesy tater tots.
Me. I love cheesy tater tots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some of your tots.
Give me some of your tots. God.
Yeah, and they throw some sour cream on there. Oh my God, I'm in. I'll be at Taco Bell every day.
Okay, but here's the question. Now I know that you're a big fan of the Sonic cheesy tater tots.
Oh yeah.
So
it's a different. They're different. They're different categories.
okay, all right. Because I was gonna say, so are you gonna like start moving over to the
No.
Taco Bell side because you're such a Taco Bell freak?
No,
What if
they
you
will
had
be
to?
loved equally.
What if you had? To
I will
choose?
have Taco Bell for lunch and Sonic for dinner.
Yeah, you would do that.
I would
too.
do that.
I know. You
Is-
probably
I have nothing but tater
Is the
tots.
cheese pre-injected in the tots, or do you get like a dipping
No, I
sauce?
think they're just on top.
Oh, okay.
I think
Have. Ooh, that would be cool, man.
that would be cool.
Having like tater tots, but in the center it's like a cheese curd.
Ooh.
I have a thing with pre-injecting cheese into things. Like,
Really?
let me do it. You know? Like Italian sausages and hot dogs that have like cheese inside them. It's like, why did you put that in there? Like,
yeah.
I-
I haven't eaten one of those in years. But when I was a kid, they came out with when they first came out with those hot dogs that had stuff in the middle, because you could get ones that had cheese in the middle and you could get ones that had chili in the middle.
oh wow, I didn't know about the chili ones.
Fuck yeah. I lived on those things, man. When I was like 10 years old, 9, 10, 11 years old, it was like if mom bought me hot dogs, I was like, give me the ones with the chili in the middle. And they were kind of hard to, well, they probably weren't hard to get, but I'm sure she made me think they were hard to get, so she just didn't have to buy them all the
Stop
time.
eating them.
Be like, just eat these fucking Eckrich ones or whatever. Like, I'm not going to seek out those. And it's like, they're probably like 20 cents more or something like that. But yeah, like, especially in the summer, those were great. Because then I just put like little whatever mustard or whatever on there and fucking chili in the middle. It was awesome. Loved it.
It's kind of like that Goober's peanut butter and jelly. It's all in one thing.
Yeah. That,
Oh, the
yeah.
Wait, what is that called?
Uncrustables.
No. Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
Dude, you know, she is Miss Uncrustable.
No, I meant when we were kids, they came out with this peanut butter and jelly jar that has both of it in there. Peanut butter
Oh, I
and
remember
jelly.
that. It was like a swirly almost.
Yeah,
I remember.
kinda,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They still
I was, yeah, they still do.
Yeah,
I was so excited. I was like, that's so cool. I have to have, it was garbage.
I'm sure it was.
It's fucking,
It was terrible. I
it is donkey
was like,
ass
I will
garbage.
mix it myself from
Listen,
now on.
the only peanut butter and jelly that exists in my world is Jif and fucking Welch's grape jelly.
Fuck
That's
yes.
it.
Yes.
That's it, man. Don't get no strawberry jelly on that shit. It's grape jelly and Jif peanut butter
That's what I want my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
on buttermilk bread.
On buttermilk bread. Oh, you're getting all fancy
Yeah.
and shit.
It's got to be
Mine-
that combo for me.
Mine's going to be
Interesting.
Italian bread.
Oh yeah.
I'll do anything, but Italian bread's the best.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I think everybody's pretty clear I will.
You throw her one of those, what is it, like peanut butter and honey Uncrustables? or
Oh
whatever.
my! I just had one the other day.
Oh,
My
yeah.
coworker brought me one. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was
Dude,
so excited. It was
she gets
so good.
She gets violent
so
about that
good.
shit.
Those are hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I'm
so
at the
hard to
store,
find.
whenever I'm at the store, I look for them.
them.
I think of you and I look for it. I'm like, oh, if I see the Uncrustables, I'm like, oh, do they have those on there? I never see those. So.
So good.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
And it's about that time we get into a little bit of the old smooth and shiny and brand new squad talk. I'm in a mood, man. I can't. You're just gonna have to deal with me for another 20 minutes or whatever. But yeah, in squad talk, we like to talk usually more often about like the sciencey kind of stuff and everything, or just it doesn't have to be that, but seems like lately that's what it's been.
That's what we
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, it's what
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
This is how we do it.
What we want.
It's Friday night.
Yep. This is
Until
how
Jordan.
we do it. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Should learn that one.
Oh my God. I should probably learn that song. Yeah.
should.
People would probably dig that.
Great tune, man.
It's classic.
It is.
Oh boy. Well, Meg, why don't you start us off? Because we've got some space talk to get into. It's not squad talk, it's space
talk,
Yes.
yeah.
So what's this about?
So I guess this is Japanese billionaire, and he is searching the globe for 8 people to join him in 2023 on a SpaceX mission to space.
Like it's supposed to be like going around the moon or something, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. I
Like
can't.
orbiting the moon or something. Yeah, okay, look. Here's the thing. On one hand, that sounds awesome. On the other hand, especially looking at how things have been going lately for SpaceX, that sounds like a death wish.
Well, it's not till 2023. They got a couple years to work their shit out.
That ain't a lot of time when it comes to 2 years is not a lot of time when it comes to this sort of stuff. It ends up taking them like forever to figure this stuff out. Now, Vito, you out of all the 3 of us, you're the one that most wants to go to space.
I legitimately looked into joining the Mars One program to be shot to Mars on a one-way trip, but I was too tall to join. So
Oh, that sucks. That'd be about right. You just chop you off at the knees.
Right,
How's
exactly.
that?
Wow. Yeah, like if that's an interesting thought. Like if they were able to do some sort of like genetic thing to you to like alter your body some, that's like you need to just be like 2 inches shorter and you would make it because you're like whatever 6'6" or something now. You need to be. We can't take anybody over 6'4". We could do something to like compress your spine. Would you do it?
Probably.
Okay. Well, the good news is for this, he's originally he wanted to be like artist, like actual artist.
Yeah.
But then he like, well, what does artist really mean? So he's like opened it up to everything. So you're an artist. You might fit. So he's looking for 8 people. It's going to be total 12 people going to Mars. And he's like, I just need people that will support each other and help us make this happen.
Yeah.
And if that sounds like you,
I'll tell you exactly.
talk to me.
I'll tell you exactly what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the plot of a movie that Vito would watch on a Friday night that probably didn't make back its budget
Hey, man.
at the box office. I'm not judging. I'm just stating facts. It sounds like that kind of movie, and it's the kind of thing where by the time they actually get there, there might be 2 of those 12 still alive.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
If not 1. Depends on like how they want to tone the end of that movie. Like if it's supposed to be like, well, it's sad that this all happened, but the main guy and the main girl like made it there, and now they're gonna just live the rest of their days. Like that's like the happy ending. Or there's the one where it's just the one person is like now gonna forever be on Mars like all alone. So I don't know. If you found out they were doing, like if you had an in and they were like, hey, Vito, this Japanese billionaire is said like he'll put you on this. Because, yeah, I think they said like it's free, right?
He's covering everything.
Yeah. Oh, Vito's got to look.
Yeah, it's like, oh, really? And yeah, it says the goal is going into space is to help other people and greater society in some way. That's what kind of artist quotes he's looking for. You could do this, Vito. This speaks you.
It does, and I'm not getting any younger, man. So
That's true.
Now or never.
It's now or never to fly to Mars. Yeah.
You're gonna get to Mars or die trying.
yeah,
Really.
Or if you do this, you're gonna go to Mars and you're gonna try dying. 'Cause I don't know, man. I mean, you know me. I'm not very adventurous. I don't like my feet coming off the ground. I don't know. I feel like if this was a NASA thing, I would be more open to it and be like, yeah, okay, maybe, but I don't know, man. SpaceX just,
They're too young.
yeah, I don't trust them. I just don't feel like there's not enough of like regulation going on there. What they're doing, it's just a bunch of billionaires that are like, let's make rockets. It's like, I don't know. Every single thing they've done is blown up.
yeah. But NASA had blunders in the past as well, but you got to keep going and just persevere and make it better. And then eventually you're going to get there, but it's going to take sacrifice, along the way.
Absolutely. I agree. I'm just not going to be one of them sacrifices. I don't know about that, man. But yeah, so Vito would do it. What about you? Would you do it?
No.
No. She's like, no.
I need more of a guarantee. I need it to be more of a luxury ride and event for me.
Well, but
have
that's
the hotel ready, set to go for me.
Well, I got a story for you then.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Oh,
So the world's first space hotel.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking.
So, okay, maybe you can hitch a ride on
Yeah.
the SpaceX flight with Vito, but then just get dropped off at the hotel while they continue on to Mars.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Tell me more.
So in 2019, there's a California company called the Gateway Foundation, and they had plans for a cruise ship style hotel, which is pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, let
I'm
me just
in.
point out the Japanese wanted to do this by 2015, and this was planned out in the 90s, and we still haven't got that yet.
Right.
But anyway, they wanted to call this hotel the Von Braun Station, based off the Von Braun rockets and all that.
Gotcha. Okay.
But unfortunately, they decided to change that name because it had Nazi ties, and you really
Right.
don't want that in this day
Right.
and age.
Yeah.
So now they're calling it the Voyager Station.
Fuck me. God damn it.
Yeah, well, this is funny because I was reading up on this. Apparently now they're being threatened to once again change that name.
Okay.
They got a letter from like this anonymous blonde podcast host who goes by the initials MG,
Totally buying it.
who claims to passionately hate the TV series Star Trek Voyager and is threatened
That's really
to
weird.
sue. Yeah,
I wonder who did that.
I don't know.
it's
I mean-
anonymous. They only said it was initials MG, so I don't know what that.
Could be anybody.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. It could be
Yeah.
Megan Guess.
Wait a minute. Blonde podcast host.
Yeah.
That does fit your description.
No, it doesn't.
Megan did it. Well, okay, so you were all excited for a moment there about this
I was.
proposed
And then
space
they
hotel.
Because now I'm going to end up like a gazillion years fucking away and have somebody dumbass crying at me all day.
Like
I
Janeway.
don't need any more of that.
Oh my God. Your irrational hatred of Captain Janeway, it needs to be addressed one of these days.
You guys are going to like glue my eyes open and make me watch her.
Yeah.
It's a marathon.
Be
It's my own torture chamber.
a clockwork Voyager.
Fuck.
Oh man. That sounds cool to me. I'm more interested in something like if we get to the point where we can go out there and like go stay at a space hotel and come back. That's kind of more my thing. This like one-way trip to space thing. It's like, why is it one way? It's like, well, because you're gonna die.
We haven't figured out the return trip yet, so
Yeah.
it's just a one way for now.
Yeah,
You're going to die. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
It could be immediately. It could be a couple years.
Right.
We don't know.
Okay, so here's my thing. On the note of that hotel, right? Here's why I have a problem with that. So they just announced that they have found an asteroid that is going to be passing near Earth. We don't have to worry about it hitting Earth.
Okay.
But there's a caveat here, okay? So the thing that makes me nervous about this asteroid is that it's going to pass through our space, our area and everything. And what they're worried about is that it looks like it has a strong possibility of hitting satellites and other objects that are in orbit around Earth. So it's not
That's not good.
it's not this particular asteroid that we have to worry about. It's what it's going to collide with that could
Send us into the Stone Age.
throttle it towards Earth and everything. And they said that this asteroid is about the size of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty big.
Uh-huh.
We've had lesser asteroids like be a threat, because it doesn't take that
Take
big.
a whole lot, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take that big of one. So it's the
It's gonna
size of,
crash into the moon, and the moon's
Yeah.
going to crash into us.
right. Yeah, all Umbrella Academy style and
Right?
shit. Yeah. But so here's the thing. My thought about it was when you're talking to me about this hotel in space, my thing is like, how do you make a hotel out in space that's going to basically it's supposed to sit in one spot all the time. What happens if some Eiffel Tower rock fucking comes towards your hotel? I mean, what do you do then?
Well, didn't you say it was like a cruise ship? It's got thrusters. We can move,
Oh, okay.
right?
Instead of iceberg straight ahead, it's asteroid straight ahead.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, just don't fuck it up.
I know. I just wonder, because I know in space things can't, like those thrusters, at least like in the movies, it's like turn on the thrusters. It's like, boom, and then it like very slowly kind of scoots. It's like, yeah, we're moving very slowly here.
That's when they stop working. You're like, where are we moving?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, exactly. What if you're in this fucking hotel and they're like, oh, this fucking Eiffel Tower asteroid's coming towards us. We better move. And then they're like, sir, yeah, the thrusters aren't working.
They won't be installed till Wednesday.
It's like, what do you mean they're not working?
Power.
Exactly. What do you mean they're not working? It's like, yeah, we knew it wasn't working. We called out to the company to come fix it, but they said they couldn't be here until next Thursday.
I got an open ticket. Just waiting to hear back.
Exactly. Yeah, we were expecting them to come out about the same time as the cable guy. Everything. People up here have been really bitching that they can't get HBO now. So, we kind of prioritize the cable over the thrusters.
Or they've got a bunch of those, that guy from Red Bull who did that space jump from like high orbit and he like parachuted down to the earth.
Okay.
What if they made you get into like a suit like that and you just had to jump?
Yeah.
That is literally the most terrifying thing I could possibly think of.
Or you don't even have to worry about it, really, because two things are going to happen here. Okay?
Okay.
We are either going to be thrusted so far in the future into different time areas
Okay.
that we're never going to make it back. Okay, we just get away from it. Or I'm going to gladly welcome it because I don't have to listen to this bitch whine anymore.
Well, what's even funnier to me is I'm picturing it being like kind of like that one scene in Austin Powers when Austin's up on that like steamroller thing.
Oh, and
the guy's standing there like at the end of the hallway and he's like, no. But the steamroller's just real slowly coming towards him and he's just standing there and it's like, why don't you move? I picture it being like that is like a bunch of people are on this fucking space station hotel and they're looking out the windows there and they can see this asteroid coming towards them. But it's not like throttling it like thousands of miles. It's just very slowly because you could see it all the way out there and you're just watching this thing coming towards you and you're like, no. It's slowly coming towards you. No. It's still slowly coming towards you, and it's like, yeah, the customers, the hotel guests have been screaming and preparing for their untimely death for about the last 15 days. Just
Yeah.
so
Infirmary's full and they got all hoarse throats and stuff.
Yeah.
They've been screaming so much.
I don't know. I just all these things they sound potentially promising, but I don't know.
Apparently, they're going to start construction in 2026, and then they want an operational structure up there in 2027, which is utter and complete bullshit. There's no way you can mass produce something like that in that time frame, man.
Dude, they're still doing construction on the Dan Ryan.
God, here we go.
On the Dan Ryan in downtown Chicago. I'm pretty sure it's been under construction my entire life.
I know it has been for my life, man. So.
Right. It's in this, and it's just this one little spot. It's not even like
like a 4x4 foot section.
Right. It's literally like one like little mile section or 2 mile section of the Dan Ryan Expressway, and they're still working on it. If they can't get that shit fixed. And
that's just cement, like rocks and water. Like that's all that you need to do to fix that.
Exactly. Could you imagine if they hired some fucking Chicago area contractors to go up there and make that hotel?
Good Lord. It'd never get done.
It'd get about 35% completed and then just be sitting there collecting space dust.
So where's our shuttle? It's right there. What's that? Sponsored by IDOT. It's like, oh my God. We're fucked, dude.
Forget it. Never mind.
Well, we stopped working on it because we couldn't figure out a way to make the path through space to get there. We couldn't figure out how to put a toll there.
Yeah.
We need to put a toll booth there because, it's got to be tolls. Oh, my God.
Oh.
What do you suggest?
Well, I suggest that you suggest that we suggest something for you to check out. This section is what we call What Do You Suggest? You could call me Ray, or you could call me Jay. Oh, my God. I've just reverted right back to like 1981 for some reason. Just it was talking about those old TV shows, I think was what did it to me. In this segment of What Do You Suggest, we like to tell you all about things that we have recently checked out and we think you might be interested in. And Vito, do you got something to suggest to the good folks?
Sure do. This week, it's a TV show called Clarice
Hello, Clarice.
on Larry's favorite station, CBS.
Oh, God. Goodbye, Clarice.
So if you haven't figured it out, this takes place in the Silence of the Lambs universe.
Okay.
With Clarice in the early 90s, right after she cracks the Buffalo Bill case.
Oh, so this is like a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh,
like a
okay.
direct. Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be more like a retelling or something.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It follows the events of Buffalo Bill. Like this happened, I think Buffalo Bill happened like a year prior. And she's like this huge celebrity because she cracked the case. But it's the early 90s and she's on the FBI and nobody likes her because she's a woman. She's got to kind of prove herself. And they always like throw her off to the side. They don't think her ideas are valid. But then she ends up proving them wrong and going against them like on live TV. It's an incredible show. She's trying to crack this case about what's supposed to be a serial killer, but you find out that it's much, much, much deeper than that.
Okay.
It might not even be a serial killer at all, which isn't a spoiler, and you find that out in like the first episode. It's really, really well done.
Okay.
The actress
sounds
is
interesting,
yeah, it's
yeah.
awesome. I think you guys should definitely check it out. It's so good.
I love Silence of the Lambs. I love that, you know.
I did a whole report on it in high school.
Nice.
Oh, did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading book. At that time when that movie came out, I was really into reading like true crime stuff about like serial killers and all that. I'm not that into that anymore because it's just fucking depressing. But when I was like 18, 19 years old, you know, I was fascinated with that. And yeah, I thought that movie was great. I thought it was really interesting. Plus, I can do the Buffalo Bill voice really well, which just creeps people out.
Yeah,
so
please don't do it.
I'm not going to do it because
Like, don't ever do that again.
oh, word. Oh, man. But yeah, okay, that sounds cool. See, I totally misunderstood what that was supposed to be about. I thought that show was supposed to be like a retelling, like it was like a reboot. So, no, I'm totally down with the idea of them following it up. And
It's
like,
great.
okay,
Really good.
cool. And what does that air on?
Series?
That's on CBS?
Yeah.
Just
It's on
regular
CBS, yeah.
Okay.
On
Okay.
Thursday nights.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Megan, you got a suggestion?
I got a silly one.
Oh, of course you do.
It's a TV show. It's a brand new TV show for this year. It has Mayim Bialik.
Mayim Bialik, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Blossom.
Blossom.
Okay. That sounded familiar.
Yeah, are also on what's that show?
Yeah, on the Big Bang Theory.
That's it.
stuff,
Yep. So I loved her on that. Loved her in Blossom. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out or whatever. It's very quirky. It's cute. And people are bitch about it. And like at the end of it, like they all turn to the camera and they wave to say bye.
Okay.
So it's really quirky. I like it. I was like, oh, I like it. They all come. Everybody that was on the show come out and they wave.
Nice.
Even if they're just kind of like just one-off people.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
What's it called?
It's Call Me Kat.
Call Me Kat.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that far. So it's Call Me Kat. Her name's Kat. She was on this career to become, I can't remember, like a doctor or a lawyer, something like that, where she spent all these years going to school for it. And then she just dropped it all and she opened this cat cafe.
Okay.
And her name's Kat, so Call Me Kat. Get it?
Wow.
So, but she's put everything into this, and her mom's like worried about it. She's like, oh, you're a 39-year-old woman. You're almost 40. So, you know, talking to me here. And you're single, and you're not, you know, you own a cat cafe. I mean, come on. You can be an old bag lady, cat lady. Come on. What are you doing? So, I don't know. It's just quirky. She's doing her own thing, finding her own way. And, of course, she's always sticking her foot in her mouth. And she's always breaking that fourth wall because she'll turn and talk to the camera.
So what does this air on?
It is on Fox.
Oh, it's a Fox show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I've been watching it on Fridays, but I've been watching it on Hulu. So if it's on Hulu by then, it must come out on Thursday.
Probably, right?
Yeah, because there's usually a little delay.
I think so.
So it comes out every day on Friday on Hulu. So it must be
A Thursday thing or
a
Wednesday?
Sunday or, oh no, this is Sunday.
It's a Sunday thing. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, the Hulu, sometimes it's hard to track. I think it depends on the show and the network. Like sometimes
how fast it gets on there.
the next day, because I know it like with the reality shows like American Ninja Warrior, it's like it airs on Monday and then it's on Hulu by Tuesday.
Right.
Dancing with the Stars, that kind of thing. But I think maybe for some of those sitcoms and stuff, it's
It must take a little longer.
Right. Okay, cool. Call me Kat.
Call me Kat.
All right. So my suggestion is a music-related thing that is a show that you can find online at mixcloud.com. And it is a show called The Rock and Roll Stew Radio. And it's my old friend Todd Bowers, who played in a band with me for years. And he played in the Steepwater Band for years, a bass player. And he's still out there playing and stuff. He's a great musician. He's a great guy, and he knows a lot about music. And he has this really cool show that he just started. I think he's only got like 2 episodes out of it.
Oh, okay. So it's new.
Yeah, called Rock and Roll Stew Radio. And he just he does like some themes and stuff on there. Like there might be like a theme that he'll play certain songs that are around a certain theme. He likes to dig in and find like some deep tracks that by big bands, but like deep tracks you don't hear on regular radio. I mean that's what it is. Basically it's a radio program. But it's if you're tired of all the same bullshit they play on regular rock radio and everything, he plays a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, the first episode I heard he was playing like obscure Aerosmith and some ZZ Top and Black Crowes and just like good like rootsy rock stuff, Stones, Dylan, all that kind of stuff. As I said, you can find him at mixcloud.com. Todd Michael Bowers. I'll have the link for it in the description, as well as the link to your Call Me Kat, and as well as the link for Clarice. All the links for the things we're suggesting will be in the description. So yeah, if you can, go check out his show. Let him know that I sent you, because I'm a big fan of it. Even if he wasn't my friend, just listening to it, I'm like, oh, this is a great show.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be amazing.
Right up my alley and stuff. So check that out. And then last but not least, we like to recommend another show. A lot of times we recommend like a YouTube channel or another podcast. And this time I would like to give a shout out to a podcast. And it is called The Pop Culture Hour. And
That sounds familiar.
yeah, we follow them, and I think they follow us and stuff on Podbean and all that. And it's really cool. Mike and John, or Mikey and Johnny, or however they want to be addressed. It's Pop Culture Hour. It's a lot like what we do here, talking on the squad and everything. I mean, they talk about everything. They talked about WandaVision and Superman and Spider-Man and, sci-fi stuff. And they talk about Cobra Kai and, just all the things that we get into. It's all if you're into that kind of stuff, you like listening to shows like ours where we talk about pop culture things. The Pop Culture Hour is a show for you. It's a really cool show. And like I said, you can find it on Podbean. You can find it on various different platforms. And I will make sure to put the link in the description.
Yes, please.
So you can check it out. But on that note, I think it is about time for us to vamoose, as they say. Hightail it out of here. We will be back. The next episode, man, we're legal.
Yep.
Be episode 21.
Watch out. Here we come.
All right. We'll see you then, everybody. Take care.
Later.
See ya.